Diamonds are one of the most important resources in Minecraft. They're one of your keys to progression and becoming much more powerful overall. The only issue is that diamonds are pretty hard to find, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you all of the best methods for finding diamonds in the latest version. Now, many people, when looking for diamonds, often just hop into a cave and just explore for some, and this is actually a pretty solid method, but there are a few big mistakes that people make with this which we need to cover. First of all is the level that you're mining at. Now when it comes to diamonds, usually the deeper the cave the better. You want to be at least deep slate level, which starts around y equals 0, and preferably as close to layer -58 as you can get. That is the optimal level for diamond mining, so if you can find a cave that gets all the way down there, or at least close, you're going to increase your chances significantly. A lot of people are either searching near layer 0 or closer to the surface, which makes it really hard to find diamonds at all. Also make sure you're using at least an iron pickaxe and also a fortune 3 pickaxe if you can, because that gives you more diamonds per ore. But that's pretty basic stuff. We also have to consider visibility. The new Minecraft caves are big and dark. Even with stacks of torches, you can see the floor pretty good, but the walls, the roof, not at all. And this isn't great because you could potentially be missing diamonds in those obscured areas. There is a solution for this though, and that is to use night vision potions. These will fully brighten your screen down here, so now you have a vision on basically every block in the cave. This makes missing potential diamonds much harder, but even if you don't have night vision potions, that's fine. Just ensure you've covered every part of the cave you can with torches, including the edges and the walls of the cave as well. Another great idea is to try exploring some of these smaller caves on top of the big ones. These ones are easier to see in and traverse, plus if you already found a big cave, very good chance that you find at least 3 or 4 of these tunnels branching out from the main one, so these are a viable option as well. There's only one problem with caving: the mobs. There are going to be full-on waves of them down here, and unless you have solid armor, it is really dangerous, especially if you're on hardcore. So that leads us into the other methods. One absolutely amazing method in particular is underwater caves. Now just to give you some context, diamonds are less likely to spawn when exposed to air blocks. This is the reason that even in these massive caves, they're still pretty rare to find. But there's no air underwater, meaning as long as you find a decently deep underwater cave, you'll be finding veins of diamonds basically everywhere you look. The best part is that there are 0 mobs down here. You might find the occasional drowned, but they are way too slow to provide any sort of major threat to you, and they're much easier to deal with than skeletons on the surface. This is honestly just a very low risk, high reward method, but before you jump into this, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. One, you will definitely want a night vision potion here as well, because water visibility, although it's slightly better than a regular cave, it's still pretty difficult to see stuff down here, so it's just better to be safe, especially considering you don't have torches. Also, you want to make sure to bring doors so that you can place them down and create air pockets. That way you can breathe without the need for water breathing potions. If you're on Bedrock, you can also use magma blocks, works just as well. And third, this isn't super necessary, but it is nice to have Depth Strider 3 and Aqua Affinity enchantments. Just makes your mobility and mining underwater so much faster. But if jumping underwater doesn't sound appealing to you, then don't worry, we still got a bunch of other methods to talk about. First of all, we have branch mining. Now I'm sure many of you have heard of strip mining before. If not, basically you just go to the diamond layer or layer -58 and just mine a 2 block tall gap in the wall to find diamonds that way. Now branch mining makes that method even better by helping you cover a much larger area, and a larger area means more diamonds that can be found. First off, at layer -58, you want to mine out an initial tunnel in a straight line. This tunnel can be any size really. I prefer 3 blocks wide and 2 blocks tall, just so I have some space, but any other size that's convenient for you is fine as well. Just make sure you're lighting up the whole thing with torches so that mobs don't spawn. After that, you're going to mine out a series of 1x2 tunnels branching out from your original one in both directions. You want at least 2 to 3 blocks between each branch, as can be seen here, and each branch should go on for no longer than 30 to 40 blocks. If you mine that far out and still don't find diamonds, head back to your main tunnel and just start a new branch. This method, although boring as hell, does work pretty good most of the time and is much more affordable than the night vision cave method or underwater method. But if you want an even easier version of branch mining, especially one that saves you time and pickaxe durability, then crawl mining is another great one too. This works in both Bedrock and Java. All you need to do is place a trapdoor down on a wall at layer -58, level with you just like so, walk right up to the trapdoor, open it, and close it again, and now as you can see I am crawling. From here I can mine into the wall in a straight line and basically dig out a straight 1-block tunnel. This is a lot faster than branch or strip mining, plus you're getting exposed to 5 new blocks every time you mine just one. Get an efficiency pickaxe that will help you mine blocks a lot faster, and really important, if you can, make sure to get some Swift Sneak 3 leggings. Swift Sneak can be found in the underground ancient cities, so you will have to do a bit of cave exploring. Hey, you might find some diamonds while you do that, but Swift Sneak leggings will significantly increase your crawling speed so that crawl mining becomes a much more efficient method overall. Alright, so far in this video we've talked about mainly diamond mining methods, but is there any other way to find diamonds besides mining? Yes, actually. In fact, because you stuck around this long, these two methods I'm about to show you are probably the two fastest ways to get diamonds without mining that nobody is using. First of all, exploring and looting structures. Desert temples, jungle temples, I mean even village blacksmith chests have a chance to have diamonds inside. But the three best structures in my opinion are mine shafts, buried treasure, and end city. Let's start with mine shafts. You can find them when caving, so this goes hand in hand with the first method we talked about in this video. Now, although each mineshaft chest only has an 8.9% chance for diamonds, mineshafts are absolutely huge and have at least 5 to 8 chests usually, which is a lot compared to other structures. Plus, mineshafts are actually pretty common, and again, because it's deep underground, who's to say you won't find diamond ore just exposed while exploring one either? That's another thing you have to consider. The second structure is buried treasure. Each buried treasure chest has a 50 to 60% chance to have diamonds. That is higher than any other structure on the list. And it's not like buried treasure is hard to find despite what you may think. Just head to a random lake nearby, or if you live near the ocean, find a shipwreck or ocean ruin. These structures are basically guaranteed to have a buried treasure map in them. Follow the treasure map to X marks the spot, and once you arrive at the X, you want to position your pointer as close to the center of the X as you can get. On Java, which is what I'm playing right now, you want to make sure your pointer is actually peeking out a little bit at the bottom. Then just mine a 3x3 hole and you should find your chest. Just repeat this process by finding more ruins and shipwrecks. Yes, each buried treasure map usually points to a different treasure chest than the one you visited before, and all you have to do is visit and loot a bunch more treasure sites, and you should be getting a good amount of diamonds very soon. The third structure, and probably the best structure to find diamonds in Minecraft, end cities. Now these are very late game, but you are the most likely to find a high amount of diamonds in these structures. And although end cities require a bit of traveling to find, once you find one end city, if it has a ship, you can use the elytra to help yourself travel around the end much faster and potentially find more. Not only are you more likely to find diamonds in the end city chests, but also diamond weapons, tools, armor, and much more, which is arguably even better than finding the diamonds themselves. Now, because you've been patient, here is probably the fastest way to get diamonds in Minecraft. Not gonna waste your time, it's villagers. 3 villagers to be specific: the armorer, the toolsmith, and the weaponsmith. You have to trade with each of these guys and level each of them up until they hit master level. Once they all reach that, and this is just absolutely insane, the armorer will trade you a full set of enchanted diamond armor just for some emerald. There are many villager trades you can use to get emeralds quickly, one of the most notable ones being the Fletcher stick trade. So yeah, that's a full set of easy diamond armor right there. And once you level up the toolsmith and weaponsmith, you will be able to trade for enchanted diamond tools and enchanted diamond weapons as well, meaning you can be fully kitted out with enchanted diamond gear without ever stepping foot in a single cave. Now some nerd will say, "But Aether, these are diamond tools and armor, not actual diamonds. Isn't the video about how to find the physical diamonds themselves?" I mean, ask yourself this question: how many things do you use diamonds for besides tools and armor? Maybe jukeboxes and smithing templates? That is literally it. And if you're worried about progressing to netherite or not being able to enchant with this method, since you do need diamonds for an enchanting table, don't worry about those either. First of all, for netherite, the toolsmith trades for a diamond pickaxe, so you will be able to mine ancient debris and get netherite. The only part where you'll need to actually mine diamonds is when duping templates. You'll need like 40 to 60 diamonds for that. Seems like a lot, but considering all the methods I've already shown you, it is very achievable to get, especially with fortune. And for enchanting, you don't need to craft an enchanting table. You can just use the librarian villager's enchanted book trade to get any enchantment you want, and then you can apply all those enchantments to all your armor using an anvil. Bam, that's it. You just got fully maxed out netherite armor and tools while saving a lot of time spent mining diamonds. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please consider dropping a like and a sub, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.